I got a question.
Sure.
How does it feel being content creators? So, one of our big things when D and I first started was trying to motivate others to do this type of stuff in the space, whether you wanted to or not. We were always big cheerleaders for that. And so, whenever there's someone new that comes out and starts a channel, like when Jan and Collectors Gone Digital started partnering together, I love that. You guys, you got Bill and Zombie, love them. How does it feel? And really let us know that because like it's really not easy to really start something like this. I know it looks easy, and once you start going, it's like, oh, it's normal. These guys have been on, but it really is not easy to do off the gate. So how you guys feel? Because you guys had a really long run. I've been loving it, and you guys are on fire.
Well, I'll tell you,
So
I'll
it.
I'll go I'll go first because I keep mine short and sweet. This is not me. I'm not a I never thought I'd be on YouTube. I'm not a host. I'm barely a co-host stroke wingman. So this is, fortunately, Dr. Phygital is the man with this sort of thing. So he just said, do I want to be part of it? It was a simple yes, because just even doing like the setup and the logistics, I think with everything else I've got on within real life company, DGC and everything else, I'm a very small minnow in what Dr. Phygital was creating.
You're selling yourself short.
Yeah.
He is absolutely selling himself short, and that is not true. He's such a huge part of, what we built here. And, I think, for us, I'll speak for myself. Like I actually started this space because so in real life, I work in talent acquisition or recruiting. So I talk to people anyway all day. So, but I do not like hearing myself speak, and I'm not one for live streaming, to be perfectly honest with you. So I never even came up in like spaces. I might send something in the chat, but there's a project that I'm working on, and I wanted to really start to get some feedback from collectors that are in the community, what they love, what things are important to them, so that as I build out this app, and it's based around what the collectors want and not what we think it should be, right? So that actually started on the conversation, and then it just kind of turned into I love talking to all of the different people, learning about their journeys, but also bringing in not only digital but physical collectors. So, like the collector from Cleveland that collects physical sporting or physical sports goods. So it was, I want to bring in multiple different streams and different communities into one, as you talked about, right? How do we grow the space? We bring more people into it and make them aware of what we're doing and the importance of it. And then also to understand the psychology behind it, because, just like people don't understand why we're so passionate about digital collecting, it's the same thing for physical collectors if you're not from that world. Right. It's like, someone may look in and say, well, that person's just a hoarder if they got like all of that stuff. Right. Where there's that attachment and there's that understanding of, when I was talking to my friend Mikey, the Cleveland collector, and it's like for him, the joy is not buying that football or that baseball in a shop, is going there and having it signed, the experience of waiting, the experience of the rejection, the experience of getting yelled at, that makes that collectible being signed more important to him. So it's like I wanted to bring more people into the space, not only from, digital collecting, physical collecting, but then also TCG. I want to get some people from that world, from the gaming world, and then that way it really is like a full circle of everything that we collect and bringing people into the space, and how VeVe can connect to a Roblox or a Fortnite. And the same thing with, sports. It can connect to a Fanable, or, people that enjoy Batman can connect to McFarlane, or art with Elmon X. So, for us, that's the reason why it started. And like you said, it's not easy, right? There's a lot of research that goes into it, picking the right platform, having the right people on, asking the right questions, but then also finding what is your voice, right? Because that's what makes a stream good, and what makes a person stand out is you have to find your voice in this community and to be able to speak to it, because the way that I do things is different than the way that you do it. It's different than the way that Randy does it and Jan. I think that Callie and I have, we have such a good relationship that it's just a general conversation with people that is back and forth. I don't want to be on here where people are like, man, I don't want to go on there. I don't know what they're going to ask me. It's just a
Yeah.
real conversation, collector to collector. What's your journey?
Comfortable.
What's your passion? Absolutely. So I hope that answers your question, Hinano.
It
Oh,
did.